Hello YouTube, Glenn Roberts here. So today's week 1, day 4, the final day of week 1. So today is Sunday, the 9th of March 2025. So today is leg day. So I'm going to start off with some front squats. Doing front squats for this block because again, trying to use a harder variation of the main lift. So 3 sets of 8 on that. Going to be using what's known as like a step loading method on that. So sets will be lower, reps higher, and then as the weeks go, I will increase the sets but reduce the reps and increase the load as well slightly. After that, some stiff legged deadlifts, high reps, 20 reps, leg presses, single legs, 1 leg at a time, leg curls, calf raises, and then finish up with some abs and grip. So, gonna head down the gym now and crack on. Okay, starting off with the front squat now. So, as you see, I use my harness. My flexibility just isn't good really. So I'm doing, with the front squat, I'm doing like a step loading principle, basically. Where this first week I'll do 3 sets of 8. And then next week I'll do 4 sets of 7, and then the week after that 5 sets of 6. So each week I'm reducing the reps by 1, but I'm increasing the sets by 1. So just 3 warm-up sets. Notice that I'm pausing on the last rep. So yeah, 50, 70 and 90 kilos for warm-ups, 3 warm-up sets, and now we're on to the main set now. So 3 working sets, 3 sets of 8. On the front squat, my max is 205 kilos. But because I had to do 3 sets of 8, I just thought I'd start really light. So starting with 105. Notice I did this beltless as well. I haven't done reps this high on squats for quite a while. If you've been following my videos, you'll notice that when it comes to squats and squat variations, I've been doing lots of singles lately, and even when I did warm-ups, it was very rare that I'd go above 3 reps, and I hate 8 reps. It's kind of like cardio for me really, and I was just having to breathe. For this second set, I've now added a belt. With that first set, I did get a little bit of a back pump. To me, 3 sets of 8 is really horrible. I hate it, but got to be done. I'm doing front squats because again I like to, because it's an off season, I'm trying to do harder variations of the main lift. So for this block I will do front squats, and then I might move back to the safety bar squats or the safety bar box squats. So yeah, 125 for 8, and that was hard, but I could have gone higher, but I want to save it because obviously next week we're going to be dropping to 7s. But I do have to do 4 sets, so next week it'll be 4 sets of 7. So I would like to try to end on slightly more weight, but the volume will increase because if you have 3 sets of 8, well that's 24 total reps, but next week it'll be 4 sets of 7, so that'll be 28 total reps. So the volume is actually increasing, so I need to be very careful that I don't overcook it on the weight. Okay, so moving on now, stiff leg deadlifts. I have done these before. It's been a while since I've done these. Touch and go with these is perfectly fine so long as you keep good form and get them 20 reps. I wasn't really that happy with this first set. It's been a while since I've done stiff legs and I had to remember how to do it. And when I was bouncing, it did feel like the weight was moving off to the side a little bit. But it was comfortable, so yeah, went up for 130 for 20. This was a much better set. This was a much improved set. I think where I had that initial first set to practice, I kind of like very quickly got into my groove again. So with these stiff-legged deadlifts, the thing to remember with these is you want your stance and your setup to be the same as a regular deadlift. The only thing that's different, of course, is that you try and keep your legs as straight as you possibly can. So it's like this is a killer actually had a bit of a headache after this actually, that pressure going to my head. These are not very pleasant to do. Step loading, 3 sets of 8 on squats is not very pleasant either. But again, we're, like I say, just getting the work done. So yeah, 2 sets of 20 wasn't easy. I will be dropping to 17 reps on the stiff-legged deadlift next week, so the load will increase next week, and yeah, just going to gradually increase the load on the stiff-legged and drop the reps as the weeks go by. So now we're moving on to the single leg press machine. It's a new machine. It's been in the gym a few months now. I think this is only the second time I've actually had a go on it. So I thought I'll just do an easy 40 kilos on each leg, just as a little practice, just to kind of like get in that groove. And I really like this machine actually. It's really good. I mean, you've got the normal leg press with the sled, which you can't quite see, but it's to the left. And that's okay, but this is really good for single leg press. I really like this machine. It's really easy to use, and it's nice and safe. It's got catches on there, so you won't get stuck. So my plan for this was to build up to a 12 rep max and then do 3 drop sets. Didn't know what to expect, so I just thought, well, I'll start 62 and a half. 12 reps on each leg, and I think it just felt, it felt comfortable, but it felt a little bit harder than it should have done. I think, well, I was still just getting used to doing it, and I was contemplating going higher, but I thought, no, I'll just make this the main set, because I can always build on it next week. If I'm right, I think it's going to be the same again next week, but just with more load. So yeah, the plan for this was just to do a top set of 12 and then 3 drop sets, 3 sets of 12 at lower weight. Not a lot of gyms have got this machine actually, so it's quite lucky actually. So that's my 12 there. I've then dropped 10 kilos for 52 and a half, or 115 pounds each leg. And this actually felt ridiculously easy. With that first initial set, I wish I had gone higher actually, and I certainly will next week. I was just going to keep it at 52 and a half and do 3 sets of 12 with this same weight, but this was really, really easy actually. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to increase the weight on these drop sets. Before I went on this machine, I had to wait a few minutes because there was a young lad on here, and he had about 55 kilos on each leg, and he was really struggling with it. I think he only managed about 6 or 7 reps on each leg, but this was really super comfortable for me. I didn't know what to expect. That's why I only started with 62. I just thought I'll start there, and if it's too light, I can go higher, and I should have done really. So for the second drop set, I've now increased to 60 kilos, and this was really easy as well. And I thought, you know what, I think with that first main set, I probably could have made it 80 kilos, and I probably would have got it for 12. So I probably next week I probably will be looking to start around 75, 77, 80 kilos for that 12 rep main set, because this 60 was too easy. This is supposed to be a drop set. I'm supposed to be struggling here, and I wasn't. And it was at this point that I realised that I should have gone higher than 62. 62, I really underestimated that, so I overestimated it. To be honest, I thought it would be hard, but it wasn't. I think I really do think I genuinely could have gone 75, 80 per leg, and I would have got 12. So. But like I say, it's fine. There's next week, and I will really go to town on this next week. But it's the first week, so I didn't want to push it. I don't like to take that risk. So, yeah, drop set number 3. 65 kilos. So this drop set is actually heavier than the main set. If you can do that, then that means that the main set that you picked was too light. Your drop set should always be less than that main set. You know, you do your 12 rep max, and the 12 rep max should be to I mean, for this week, because I know I'm going to do a 12 rep max again next week, I was looking for RPE 7 or RPE 8. And then, of course, next week I'll go to a 12 rep max again, but this time it'll be like to an RPE 9. So I will really push the weight on these. And I want that 12 rep max to be so hard and so heavy that I can finish it feeling like I know I could have got 13, but there's no way I could have got 14 or 15. Moving on now to single leg curl, 7.5 kilos each leg. So this is just linear, pure 3 sets of 15 basically. Starting super light on these. I have used this single leg curl machine before, but not for a long time. I can't even remember what I worked up to on it. Somewhere in the 40s, maybe even 45, 50 kilos per leg. I don't remember. So I just thought I'll start off ultra light, ultra easy, 7.5 kilos each leg, and then I can just build on that for the coming sets. So yeah, this is leg day today. So a couple of days ago I did axle overhead press, 25 sets, close grip bench press, Swiss bar overhead. I really destroyed my triceps the other day, and yesterday and even today I could feel my triceps. Well, I really destroyed triceps. So today I thought I'll go in and I'm going to destroy legs. In fairness, my legs don't feel too bad at the moment. I can feel a bit of fatigue and soreness in my legs. I'll probably feel more soreness tomorrow when I wake up. I mean, it was the same with the triceps. On the day itself, it didn't feel too bad, but when I woke up yesterday, I really did feel my triceps, and it'll probably be the same story with thighs and hamstrings. I'll probably feel it tomorrow. It's the old DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. Sometimes you don't always feel the soreness straight away. I don't normally get sore with my workouts anymore. Soreness is usually experienced by beginners because they're not used to it, but where I've been training for so long, I don't normally get sore. But sometimes if I try a new exercise, or if I try a new rep or set scheme that I've not done before, or I try and do an exercise in a different manner than what I'm used to, then yes, I mean, soreness can always happen. And as I really did feel my triceps yesterday, and probably going to feel legs tomorrow. So it's all good. But like I say, this is off season, so we're doing higher reps, higher sets, different variations of exercises. A lot of these will be dropped when I do start to peak my strength. But for here, we're just laying the foundation, laying the base, just trying to get lots of work in. There's certain static lifts that I'm lagging in that I feel that I can do better. I really would like to squat 300 kilos, even if it's just with a safety bar. So, like I say, for this off season, some of you'll be disappointed, but I have dropped strongman events to be for now, but I will go back to doing them. So now just some calf and tib raises. So with these tib raises, it's just body weight 20 reps. So I'm supersetting these with calf raises. So with the tib raises, the further out I move my legs, apparently the harder it is. So that's the way to progress on these. And then straight away I transition into calf raises. There are a couple of calf raise machines. There's a calf raise machine standing, and there's a seated calf raise machine. Unfortunately, they were both being used, and I did wait for a while, but they were taking ages on them. And the gym closes at 4 o'clock on a Sunday, and I had no idea how long they was going to be, and I didn't want to wait. So in the end, I just improvised and just created that little setup with the box and with the safety bar, just to create my own way of doing calf raises. So with these tib raises, I've moved forward just a little bit now, just to increase the difficulty. and now my heels on that line. So yeah, tib raises and calf raises, these are supersetted. So I'll do a set of tib raises, and then I'll, for 20 reps, then transition straight away into the calf raises. And that's one set, and then I'll rest a couple of minutes. And then it's just 2 sets of 20. And 30 kilos was ridiculously easy, so I went for 60. Again, this was easy, so definitely going to be increasing on this next week. Weighted sit-ups now. So this was meant to be 3 sets of 15, but I only managed 1 set. Reason being is because I don't know, I think I had cramp in my stomach or something. I felt some discomfort in my stomach, and I felt it before when I've done ab exercises. So one little tip with these, I would always have the weight behind your head like I'm doing there. You'll get some people that will put the weight on their chest and have the weight in front, but I don't think that's nearly as effective, and you just end up using stupid amounts of weight. Whereas if you have the weight behind your head, it makes the sit-up much difficult, and you're using a lot less weight as well. So that's why I prefer to do it. So yeah, I only did 1 set of that. I don't know, I just felt discomfort in my stomach, really. Not sure if it was cramp or something, but I just thought it's best if I just terminate it. I don't want to cause myself any unnecessary pain. But that's all right. I'm not a fan of abs, but I'm trying to get them in. I'm trying to do conditioning twice a week and grip twice a week. So, dead hangs on the first day, and then axle bar behind the back, no chalk. So the plan was to work up to a top set of 30 seconds and then do 3 drop sets of 30 seconds. So 62.5 for 30 seconds was really easy. So I went up to 70 kilos. So this is my top set now. And yeah, I probably could have done a bit more here, but I'm going to save it for the coming weeks. So 30 seconds, not much difficulty there really. On these first weeks, sometimes it can be hard to gauge what kind of weight to use if you don't have previous experience in it. So it's always best to start off light, and then you can always increase it as the weeks go by. Okay, so the main set, 70 kilos, 30 seconds. I've now dropped 10 kilos to 60 kilos and held that for 30 seconds. I was going to stay at 60 and do 3 sets of 30, but 60 kilos was ridiculously easy. Little bit like the leg press really, where I think I didn't go high enough on the main set. So this is the second drop set now, 67.5 kilos or 149 pounds. 30 seconds, and to be honest, I did this without much trouble. So notice I'm not wearing a belt there. There was no chalk. And this is the second drop set, and not much difficulty there. So for the third and final drop set, I thought, you know what, we'll make it 72.5. So this drop set is actually heavier than the main set. The main set was 70, and I've now gone 72.5 for my third drop set. So again, that just shows that I didn't go high enough on the main set. But that's all right though, because like I said, I can come back next week. I probably will. Like I said, I think it's 30 seconds again next week. So I probably will go to about 77, 80 kilos, something like that, and just just make sure that main set is 30 seconds, but it's like hard enough. So 72.5. I've got to admit that was hard. I think 5 more seconds and I probably wouldn't have got it. Okay, so that concludes the video, and that concludes this week. So the next session will be week 2, day 1, and we'll be moving back to log press again, and strict log and close grip incline. So basically I'll be doing exactly what I did on week 1, day 1, just with more load. So watch this space, because that video will be coming here soon.